Howdy folks, Craig's your senior, Hot Nuts Diecast Racing. Welcome back to Moonshine Drag Strip. We got a little Saturday night special Johnny Lightning race going on here this evening. We're going to run some of the runners up from the past 4 groups of cars. First up in the blocks we got the Vicious Vet being driven by Zip and Zeke, and the 69 Camaro. That's one of the Indy pace cars being driven by Elevation Diecast. Elevation Diecast taking the first one with a 1506. Swap them and see. Alright, Zip and Zeke got to lay down a 1.506 or better. He's going to beat that time by Elevation Diecast now in lane 2 in the 69 Camaro. Elevation picking up that one as well with a 1.512. Elevation moving on. Alright, next up we got Blackjack the Cat driving that 69 Olds 442 and Tom Bandy in the 70 Chevelle SS. Let's see it. Oh boy, that 442 is pretty quick. 1.520 to a 27. Swap them and see. Okay, Tom Bandy in lane 1. Blackjack the Cat in that Olds in lane 2. Time to beat 1.520. Can the Chevelle pull it out? Nope. Looks like even a better time. 1.503. Blackjack the Cat moving on. Alright, next couple of runner-up cars. We got Tom Bandy back again in the White Lightning Continental versus Grandpa Nelson in the GTO spoiler. Spoiler. Weaken that one out. 1516. Let's see it. Swap it again. Alright, Tom Bandy now in lane 2 in the Continental. Grandpa Nelson in the GTO, the spoiler, laying down a 1.516. Time to beat. And slower times, but the GTO takes it and we'll move on. Alright, here we go. Next set of cars. Blackjack the Cat back in the GTO Judge in lane 1, charging Charlie in the Chi-Town Hustler Funny car in lane 2. And that GTO Judge, 1.511, swap lanes and see. Alright, charging Charlie in that Chi-Town Hustler's got to beat a 1.511 if he wants to beat Blackjack's run in that GTO. See what we got. Nope. GTO taking that one as well. 1.509. He'll move on. So we got these 4 cars moving on from the first group. And when we get down to the last couple of cars and we'll determine a winner of those 4, then it will get a chance to run against the winner of the battle of these 2 cars, and then the winner of that will go against the heavy guys over here. Nobody can beat those, I'll be very surprised. So we'll see. Alright, next round up here we got Elevation Diecast back in the 69 Camaro in lane 1. Blackjack the Cat in the Oldsmobile in lane 2. A couple of convertibles battling it out. Boy, that Oldsmobile is quick. 1.508. Be tough to beat. Alright, 1.508 is the time to beat. Elevation wants to move on in that Camaro. Got him, but was it an 08? No, didn't beat an 08. So the Oldsmobile will move on. Alright, next round we got Grandpa Nelson in the GTO Spoiler and Blackjack the Cat in the GTO Judge. A couple of Pontiacs battling it out. Good race, the Spoiler. Coming through with a 1.513. Let's swap lanes and see what happens. Alright, Blackjack the Cat in the 69 GTO Judge over in lane 1. Got to beat that 1.513 laid down by the Spoiler. Grandpa Nelson making it tough. And it doesn't matter, GTO Spoiler taking it to the house with a 1.509. He'll be moving on. Alright, interesting matchup. These two cars are pretty fast. They've battled their way through the ranks. We got that Oldsmobile 442, Blackjack the Cat, Grandpa Nelson driving the GTO Spoiler. Should be a good one. Let's see what happens. Oldsmobile, wow, 1.507. Spoiler was off by a little bit. We'll swap them. Alright, we swap lanes. Grandpa Nelson in that GTO Spoiler in lane 1. Blackjack the Cat in the 442 Oldsmobile in lane 2. Time to beat 1.507. And both slower times, but the Oldsmobile will take it. Alright, we're going to check this out here. This is the winners from groups 3 and 4. We've got the 70 Mach 1 being driven by Dutch Clutch Racing, and the 69 GTO Judge in yellow being driven by Henry S. and Juan V, our newest winners. I'm going to race these two, and the winner of this matchup will face the Oldsmobile 442. Mach 1. 1.506. Swap lanes. Alright, Dutch Clutch in that Mach 1 laying down an impressive 1.506. Henry S. and Juan V better step it up if they want to move on. Not gonna happen. Slower time for both cars, but 1.516. And Dutch Clutch will take on the Oldsmobile. Alright, both of these cars have been running really close to sub 1.5 times. The track here currently is kind of running pretty equal, but it's hard to say. It's been pretty humid out here in the garage, even though I got the air running. So anyways, we'll see what these two will do. Pretty close, 1.510 to a 1.1. Oldsmobile taking that one. Alright, current time to beat is a 1.510 Dutch Clutch. And Blackjack's holding on here. Let's see what happens. And Dutch Clutch ties it. Beats him by an unknown 10,000th of a second, but also ties it. Swap him again. Alright, Dutch Clutch back in lane 1 in the Mach 1. Blackjack the Cat in the Oldsmobile 442 in lane 2. Both of these cars have ripped off, 1.50 times. Let's see, one of them's got to give. Another close race. There's the 09. 09 by the Oldsmobile. And he will be moving on to face one of the heavyweights. Alright, where this is going to be a little crazy race, the heavyweight going out of here, the Chevy van, originally driven by Numbskull, Triple B, Cut Rocker, and Dog Squab Racing. Blue Line tipped his hat to that one as well. And then the moving van, which was driven by Triple B and Dog Squab as well. So these guys picking some pretty good rides in this whole event. These are pretty obvious choices though. Let's see which one's faster. And the moving van being outweighed, but still coming by with a 1.507. Alright, swap lanes now. That Chevy van, Numbskull, Triple B, Cut Rocker, Dog Squab. And how do you drive two cars at once, Triple B and Dog Squab? Because they're in the moving van as well. Let's see it. And look at that, man, that moving van taking it to the house with a 1.508 over the van. So the Chevy van and the moving van. The moving van just won the 1.508. Chevy van weighing in at 80.62. And moving van weighing in at 65. So outweighed by 15 grand, but still winning. Alright, so these two cars right here are my fastest two Johnny Lightning's currently running at Moonshine Drag Strip. So we got Triple B and Dog Squab in that moving van, and Blackjack the Cat. That car was not picked. Anything where it's a made up name obviously went unpicked, so I make up names and throw in there. But yeah, surprisingly an unpicked ride, fighting for first place against the moving van. Close race, but man, that moving van just getting faster. 02 to 13. All right, that moving van laid down a 1.502, so that's going to be tough to beat. And one thing I did notice about the Oldsmobile casting is a lot of these Johnny Lightnings, the axles will travel. In other words, they're not pinched into the frame securely, and they will slide back and forth, especially after you throw some lube on them. But this particular Oldsmobile, those axles are really solid in that chassis. So that's one reason it doesn't, the axles do not go back and forth, travel much at all while it's running. So it's a good solid casting right from the factory. It takes a bunch to find one though, trust me. Look at this moving van, 1.50, knocking on the 1.49s. Oldsmobile gave him a run, moving van just hard to beat. And there he goes. Look at him roll. Styling and profiling. Moving van, Triple B, Dog Squad. Taking it to the house. Congratulations. Thanks everybody for participating in my Johnny Lightning festivities. Doing a little fill-in work while David Adams gets his new track set up. He'll be taking back over the Friday Night Lightning real soon. But in the meantime, I'm going to be doing some more racing. Keep an eye out on the channel. Like and subscribe. Some more racing coming up. Dragster Senior, checking out.